Please remain standing for the national anthem. Please be seated.
Thank you, Alex and Chadwick. Appreciate you leading us today. On behalf of the fall class of 2021, the faculty, the staff, the students, and the alumni, I would like to welcome you to the commencement exercises at Georgia Southwestern State University. I want to thank Ronte Angry and Alwyn Young for our national anthem. Not many people get to sing at their own graduation. That was awesome. Thank you. You know, those of us who live here and work here, we understand that a college campus is a wonderful place. There are many special and exciting days. Each year, we get to enjoy the art shows, the plays, the games, the opening night concerts. But twice each year, we come together for our most important and most exciting event, commencement. Georgia Southwestern's campus is full of extraordinary men and women, and we cherish our unique position from which we get to watch you grow, both in knowledge and maturity. And because of this, we take great pride and tremendous joy from your successes and your accomplishments. When we hear your name called, and when we see the smiles on your families' faces, and we hear the shouts and the cheering from the crowd, we remember why we chose this profession. All of us at GSW are proud of you, and we are especially proud for you. At this time, I would like to introduce the platform guests who are joining me. I would ask that you hold your applause until all have been introduced. Mr. Jeff Hall, Vice President for Business and Finance. Dr. Laura Boren, Executive Vice President for Student Engagement and Success. Dr. Suzanne Smith, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, Ms. Jaha Dukure, our commencement speaker, and Ms. Amy Benton, President of the GSW Alumni Association. Dr. Sandra Daniel, Dean of the College of Nursing and Health Sciences, Dr. Gaynor Chokas, Dean of the College of Business and Computing, Dr. Kelly McCoy, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, and Mrs. Krista Smith, our University Registrar. Would you please help me in recognizing and thanking these distinguished individuals for their service? I would also like to introduce a few special guests who are with us here today. We have, Doug Moses, a member of our University Foundation Board. Mike Chokas, State Representative Mike Chokas is here with us. Mr. Irvin Anderson, a member of our Alumni Association Board. And former faculty member, all around good guy. Thanks for being here. I didn't see Andrea, not here. All right. Well, thank you all for being here. And this is usually when I get to introduce my wife, Christy, but our son is graduating from a school in Louisiana tomorrow. And so she took off this morning. And it's not that she doesn't love all of you, but our son kind of took precedence. So I hope you'll forgive her for not being with us today. Thank you all for being here. I would also like to take a moment to recognize another group, another very important and special group of individuals. This group serves selflessly as first responders, as protectors of freedom, and as frontline healthcare workers. I would ask that any of our students or any of our guests who are with us here today, if you are currently serving or have served in our armed forces or our first responders with our police or fire departments, or are providing outstanding health care in the middle of a pandemic by working as a nurse or medical professional, I would ask that you please stand and let us recognize you and thank you for your service. Today's graduating class includes 484 students. 190 are earning their bachelor's degree, 158 a master's degree, and 136 are getting specialist degrees. Our youngest graduate today is 20 years old, and our oldest graduate is 65 years old. Students in this class come from 19 states: Georgia, Alabama, California, Colorado, Florida, Indiana, Louisiana, Maryland, Michigan, North Carolina, North Dakota, New Mexico, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, Texas, Virginia, West Virginia, Wisconsin, and Wyoming. And there are students from 9 countries other than the United States: Australia, Canada, Congo, Costa Rica, France, India, Jamaica, Mexico, and Vietnam. There are 106 graduates who have or are earning their second degree from GSW, and there are 30 who are receiving their third, and in a few cases, their fourth degrees from GSW. You know, each year when the freshmen arrive, we challenge them to stay engaged, to meet the challenge of graduating in 4 years. This year, in this class, there are 40 students who are being recognized for achieving that goal of graduating in 4 years or less. The fact that your freshman class included over 400 students should help you understand and recognize how significant and unique your accomplishment is among your peers. If you are among that group of students who will be graduating in 4 years or less, will you please stand and let us congratulate you? Well done. Great job. You know, while we are certainly proud of you, these young men and women who met that challenge and who really represent a large portion of the GSW student population. They're very traditional in their age. They're very traditional in the way they experience the campus. But I also want to recognize those individuals who are graduating today whose path to the ceremony may have taken some different routes. You see, our student body here at GSW is diverse, and each of you have a unique story. Maybe you're a single mother. Maybe you had a health issue that you had to overcome. Maybe you're the first in your family to go to college. Maybe COVID impacted your family or your job or your ability to come to campus. We all know that life happens, and we must all deal with unexpected challenges from time to time. So for all of you who followed a longer, more scenic route to our ceremony today, I want you to know that you have my admiration and my respect. You don't have to stand up and be recognized, but if you would like to stand up and let us celebrate your accomplishments, please do, and let us congratulate you for being here today. I've been thinking for the last few days about what I would say to describe this class of graduates. And I had written down a few things and was pretty much ready to go. And then last night I attended the nursing pinning ceremony. And I listened to a graduating student who said about this class things that, well, he said it better than I could. And so I asked him last night if I could share his words with you today. Sergeant First Class Ronaldo Eugene said last night, "I would like to take a minute and acknowledge a few obstacles this class had to face and overcome. We didn't survive, but we thrived in the face of many obstacles, some created by the rigorous curriculum and others by the pandemic. This class had to deal with the loss of family members, additions to the family, new marriages, and changes to our learning environment, all while still meeting every standard for graduation identified by GSW. Despite these challenges, this class took on leadership roles and helped support the development of programs within the community and GSW. Among us, there are campus leaders, student mentors, tutors, honor society members, and sorority sisters, each supporting the development of others and the continued excellence from GSW. Consistent, driven, and tenacious are just a few select words that can be used to describe this class." So I want to thank Ronaldo for letting me say what he said. And I want you to know you're right. Individually and as a group, you have a lot to be proud of, and I hope that you have learned how strong you can be. What you choose to look for is what you're going to see. So choose to look for the opportunities before you instead of the obstacles in your way. But that moment when you get the urge to pat yourself on the back, these are my words now, Ronaldo's finished. That is the moment you should think about and recognize all those people who made sacrifices so that you could be successful. No achievement comes without sacrifices, and many of you were able to attend Georgia Southwestern because of the sacrifices of others. And I know many of those people are with us today. They are excited for you, and they are ready to celebrate this accomplishment with you. It might be your mom and dad, or your grandparents, or your spouse and children, or your brothers and sisters, or all of those people combined. But no matter who they are, I know from looking around this room that for each of you, there is someone. So graduates, I think it is appropriate that we take this opportunity to thank those who are with us today, those who have helped you along the path which has led you to this morning's ceremony. Will you please help me congratulate and thank all of the people who helped you get here for our ceremony. We are also joined today by members of the Georgia Southwestern faculty who are here to share this exciting moment with you. GSW's faculty is an outstanding group of professionals who take great pride in their work and their students. A substantial percentage have earned their doctorates and in many disciplines have brought Georgia Southwestern not only statewide, but also regional, national, and international recognition. They care a great deal about each and every student they teach. It is their caring that is on display this afternoon. So will you please join me in expressing our appreciation to the outstanding members of the faculty for their commitment to their students and to GSW. Graduates, today you are joining a very distinguished group of individuals. You are Georgia Southwestern alumni, and that designation and that distinction will stay with you all of your life. The value of your relationship and your connection with your alma mater will be up to you, but the best way to increase the value of your degree over time is to become an active member of the GSW Alumni Association. At Georgia Southwestern, we want to be your lifelong educational partner. So here to further explain the benefits of the association is the president of the GSW Alumni Association, Miss Amy Benton.
Thank you, Dr. Weaver. What an exciting day. For the faculty and staff, you have produced another set of graduates from Georgia Southwestern State University. You believed in them when many had no one else that did. You helped them find scholarships and available financial aid to be able to accomplish the goals that they had. You mentored them and made them feel very welcome in their home away from home. As a GSW graduate myself, we thank you for what you do every day. For the parents, you have made many sacrifices along the way to get to this day. You have encouraged your children to work hard and helped them to understand the value of a good education. You have been the listening ear when they called home ready to give it up, and you have possibly written your last check to GSW. I have been in your shoes as well, as both of my children are also GSW alumni. Please know you have invested very well in their future. For the graduates, you have put many hours of hard work, many of you while working jobs or raising families. You have overcome many obstacles along the way, including a pandemic. You have so much to be proud of as you walk across the stage today to accept your diploma. As president of the Alumni Association, I welcome you into an elite group. I encourage you to become active alumni of Georgia Southwestern State University. I encourage you to always remember those that invested in you and to help pave the way for the next generation of hurricanes. Always stay involved in your university, whether mentoring students, helping students obtain job experience, helping with job fairs or other alumni events, or helping fund scholarships. Always tell others about your positive experience at GSW, no matter where life takes you. And always stay in touch with your university. As you walk across the stage today, know that we are all very proud of you, and we all celebrate your accomplishments with you today. What a great way to start the holiday season. I look forward to seeing all of you at alumni events on campus very soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Amy. Today I have the privilege to introduce our commencement speaker, Ms. Jaha Dukure. Her official bio and background is in your program, and I'm not going to read it to you, but we are honored to have a GSW graduate from the class of 2015 here with us. Jaha completed her Bachelor of Business Administration degree in the online format while she was working around the world on the projects that have defined her to this point. She didn't come and walk in her graduation ceremony, so this is actually her first graduation ceremony also. So we're certainly thrilled to have her with us. You can see that she is recognized across the world as one of the most influential people, certainly one of the most influential Africans, and she has literally changed the world for the better. And I could read awards and things, but we've had the chance over the last couple days. We had dinner last night and had a chance to visit, and she's amazing for all the things she's done, but she's also amazing for how she got there. She was the first in her family to be able to get a college degree. And I'm sorry if I'm telling that. I don't know if you're going to tell this story or not, but she didn't have much help. She did it anyway. And she's very proud of her college degree. But the thing that she said that meant the most to me, and I hope it resonates with you, is that she said, because I went, every other person in my family now believes they can go, and many have. She opened the door for opportunity for everybody in her family, and that's what graduating means. That's what your accomplishment means to others. And so I'm proud to introduce our commencement speaker for today, and I know she's going to have a lot of good words for us, Ms. Jaha Dukure.
Hi, everyone, and thank you very much, Dr. Weaver, for that introduction. Congratulations to the 2021 class of GSW. I just want to say that I am proud of you. I am proud of what you have accomplished. My name is Jaha Dukure, and I am originally from the Gambia. When I was 1 week old, I went through one of the worst human rights violations a woman can go through, called female genital mutilation. At the age of 15, I moved to New York for an arranged marriage to a guy that I have never met, that was more than twice my age. And this was after 3 months after my mother passed away from breast cancer. I found myself in a foreign country where I didn't speak the language, I didn't have any friends. I didn't know anyone. But I knew one thing was that my mother wanted me to go to school. My mother wanted me to have an education. And I knew that I didn't want to be a wife at that point. I knew that I wanted a better life for myself. My mother has never driven a car, and she has never sat in a classroom. Recently, I was having a conversation with my father, and he had issues with his tenants. And one of the things that he said was, if you write my name on a piece of paper, I can't read it. And that is why I had you come out here so that you can help. And that shows the kind of family that I come from. I have more than 30 brothers and sisters. And before me, none of them had ever sat in a classroom, and I'm one of the youngest. But to me, being in New York, without help from my family, without help from anyone, I pushed forward because I knew that the only way I can change my life and change the lives of future generations, not only in my family, but across the continent of Africa, was if I stood up and made a difference, starting with myself. So I went to schools in New York trying to get enrolled in high school. And almost every single school that I went to in the Bronx wouldn't accept me because I didn't have a legal guardian. And I remember I heard about a school in the Bronx called William Taft, and it's known as one of the worst schools in the whole public system in New York, and very violent. And I walked in. When I walked in, and the guardians counselor at the time asked where's my parents, and I broke down. And I told her, look, I've been everywhere, and no one would accept me because I don't have a parent, and honestly, I don't. All I want is to get an education. And if you turn me down, that means that I will never get the education that I want. And I think she took my documents that I had, and the next day she called me and said, well, you're a special case. We really don't know what to do with you, but after discussing with the school, we've decided to accept you. So I spent 1 year in that high school, and I ended up graduating because most of the time that I spent at home, I read a lot and I educated myself. So when I was accepted into high school, they found out that I was ahead in almost every class, and they felt that they couldn't teach me anything new. So they made me take the SATs, and I passed. And then right after that, I graduated high school within less than a year. And I ran away from my first marriage and went through a lot of struggles in New York alone, worked full-time from the age of 16. And then I moved to Georgia for my second marriage. And as soon as I started having kids, I realized that I wanted to have a college degree as well. So I enrolled in GSW and studied business, and I ended up with my degree. But the reason why I'm telling you all of this is today is the celebration of hope. Today we are here to celebrate you. And I want you to understand that regardless of how difficult life is, regardless of the challenges that are thrown at you, you can make a difference and you can change things around. The things that I've been through in life, you only hear about those stories in the news. You only read about them on sometimes research papers or footnotes. But the world never sets the stage for women like me to make history. Girls like me don't make it as far as I have. And GSW gave me the opportunity to do that. As a mother and someone that was working full-time with 3 kids, this university made it possible for me to not only get what I wanted, but for me to also have a sense of belonging. Some of my instructors that are here, they remember how I took my classes. When I was at GSW, I founded a nonprofit organization called Safe Hands for Girls. And our work is to end female genital mutilation and child marriage across the world. And while I was in school, I traveled across the world. My work led to the Obama administration ordering the CDC to conduct a study to see the number of women and girls that are in the US that are impacted by FGM. But not only that, I was able to work with the Obama administration to pass laws and also provide support. And I went back home to my home country when a lot of people thought I would end up killed. And I was able to start a youth movement that also pushed for laws to be passed against both FGM and child marriage. So because of my work, FGM became illegal in my country. Because of my work, child marriage is now illegal in my country. But not only in my country, in many places across the continent of Africa. And now you have a generation of young people and survivors who are controlling their own narrative, who are not allowing people to speak for them. For me, it was important that I occupy spaces. It was important that I was not limited. It was important that I was not placed in a box. And I find that every time someone tries to put me in a box, I do the complete opposite. You know, the world knows me as an activist. A few years ago, I decided to be the face of L'Oréal Paris, which is a makeup company. No one expected that. It's the biggest cosmetic company in the world. And this year, I tried to run for president in my country, and I ended up being a vice presidential candidate. This shows the human potential. This shows how far we could come. I'm 32 years old, but I believe that I've done so much in my life that I can say that I am proud of. When it comes to education, now I have scientists, doctors, pharmacists, lawyers in my family. And the reason why we have that is because I dared and I became the first. And now there are so many. Today, I am blessed to be here. And I think my mother, even though she never experienced any of this and never saw me do any of the things that I did, but I know she wanted this, and I know she's very, very proud. So as you're leaving GSW today with your diplomas, know one thing: you have the power to do whatever it is that you want to do. And don't ever let anyone tell you you can't do it. Don't ever allow anyone to tell you just because of who you are or where you come from or what you have been through, you are limited. Your potential is anything that you can imagine. And when you go out there, make a difference in other people's lives. A lot of people have touched my life over the last few years, and one person is Doug Moses. I met him when I came here a few years ago. And yesterday we inaugurated a classroom that he spearheaded that was named after me at GSW. My country is the smallest country in mainland Africa with about 2 million of a population. No one can find the Gambia in a map if you look. You'll always find us inside of Senegal. But because of the work that I have done, now a lot of people know who we are or where we are, and that is something that I am proud of. And I'm not giving up on my political ambitions. I think if I come back here in 5 years, I would be the president of the Gambia, and I will become the youngest ever elected female president in Africa. I believe it, and I know that I can't do it, and I'm not allowing anyone to tell me that because I am a woman, because I come from a country that has 96% Muslim population, that I am a daughter of an imam, that because of all of these things, I cannot rule. I think as a matter of fact, that is the reason why I need to rule, to show the world that we can do it. So I want to say thank you to all of you. And I want to say that we are connected because of having GSW in common. This is a university that I am super proud of. And just like the hurricanes, you know, we start out as a storm, and then we grow and get bigger and bigger and bigger. And all of you, that's who you are. That's the legacy that you're part of. That is the vision and everything that we represent. And GSW would always be home to me. And because of this experience and being here with most of you and having conversations, I think I will be more involved in the university as well. And I just want to say that this has been the biggest privilege and honor of my life. But I want you guys to dream, and I want you guys to dream big and never underestimate your own potential. Thank you.
Sorry. I knew she would do this to me. Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts and your dreams, and for inspiring all of us to go out and to do great things. All right. My name is Dr. Suzanne Smith, and I'm the Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs here at Georgia Southwestern. It is my absolute pleasure to welcome you to our fall commencement ceremony. We're delighted to have all our family and friends here celebrating with us today, and to help us recognize all the important work that you've done to reach this accomplishment. I'd like to acknowledge those students who are graduating with honors this year. In order to be eligible, a student must earn at least 45 semester hours of academic credit towards a bachelor's degree at Georgia Southwestern, with a GSW grade point average of 3.5 or above. The grade point average for honors, however, is the average of the final grades earned on work completed at all accredited colleges and universities attended. Students graduating with honors are wearing the honor medallion as a part of their academic regalia. Graduation cum laude requires a minimum GPA of 3.5. Graduation magna cum laude requires a minimum 3.7 GPA. And graduation summa cum laude requires a minimum 3.9 GPA. I'd like to ask those students graduating with honors to please stand and be recognized at this time. Congratulations on this accomplishment. About 300 candidates across 2 ceremonies will receive diplomas today for specialist, master's, and baccalaureate degrees awarded by our 4 colleges, each of which is headed by an academic chair, an academic dean. I'd like to add my personal thanks to the faculty and staff of GSW who are dedicated to ensuring the academic and co-curricular needs of our students are met and to providing an exceptional experience for our students. And now it's my pleasure to begin the conferral of degrees. Georgia Southwestern State University provides the Master of Business Administration, Master of Science Computer Science, and the Master of Science in Nursing degrees. Will the candidates for these degrees please rise? President Weaver, on behalf of the faculty of Georgia Southwestern State University, I present for the conferring of degrees those candidates standing before us and whose names are in the printed program who have satisfactorily completed all requirements for their degrees.
Consistent with the statutes of the state of Georgia, the rules and regulations of the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools Commission on Colleges, the rules and regulations of the University System of Georgia Board of Regents, and by the authority vested in me by the Regents, it is my pleasure to confer on each of you the Master of Science. Did you see that one? Yeah, okay. The Master of Science degree with all the rights, ranks, privileges, and responsibilities such a degree carries among scholars. You may now come forward and receive your diploma.
Earning the master's degree are Gwendolyn Ellis Anderson, Michael Patrick Butkus, Noemi Luna Condor, Ulissa Delapas, Margaret G. Hellbrook, Whitney Amanda Johnson, Dierto Matanda, McKenna Leah Matthews, Jessica Ann Reese, Nia Shokola, Ronnie Joe Shumate Jr., Michael Vonsell Smith, Clorita Seacuff,
Bachelor of Arts, hello. Bachelor of Fine Arts, Bachelor of General Studies, Bachelor of Science in Criminal Justice, Bachelor of Business Administration, and Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Will the candidates for these degrees please rise? President Weaver. On behalf of the faculty of Georgia Southwestern State University, I present for the conferring of degrees those candidates standing before us and whose names are in the printed program who have satisfactorily completed all requirements for their degrees.
Consistent with the statutes of the state of Georgia, the rules and regulations of the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools Commission on Colleges, the rules and regulations of the University System of Georgia Board of Regents, and by the authority vested in me by the Regents, it is my pleasure to confer on each of you the bachelor's degree with all the rights, ranks, privileges, and responsibilities such a degree carries among scholars. You may now come forward and receive your degree.
Earning the bachelor's degree are Ronte Bernard Angry, Hannah Alice Pendergrass, cum laude, Nathan Kendall Brown, Joseph Robert Burrows, summa cum laude. Morgan Peyton Calloway, cum laude. Brianna Gabrielle Dillard. Laura Vanessa Duran Blanco, cum laude. Lindsay Carol Edge, magna cum laude. Ashlyn Brianna Etheridge. Haley Elizabeth Fabjohn. Kenundria Sherelle Fields. Caitlin Alexandra Freeman. William Cole Garrett, cum laude. Laura Elizabeth Golden. Krissa Leanne Henderson. Lily Catherine Engel. Abigail Alice Johnson. Barry David Kinzervik, cum laude. Aaron Joseph Maletti. Brianna Chantel Milliner. Amber Midnight Moore, summa cum laude. Charisma Ajantiria Shuri Pitts. Ami Diona Pryor. Grace Spencer Reagan. Allison Marie Sanchez Claudio, magna cum laude. Carlos Sanchez. Hannah Marie Sheets, cum laude. Maggie Jo Ship. Tyra Allen Smith. Evelyn Grace Snipes, cum laude. Edward Elijah Thomas. Madeline Grace Ann Toth. Anna Elizabeth Tripp, magna cum laude. Alexis Trotter, cum laude. John Philip Updike Jr. Brandon Cole Abbott. Jennifer Evangeline Bandela. Marcus Logan Barfield. Zachary Eric Barlow. Bryce Hunter Bass. Connor Avery Bachelor. Brittany Danielle Bermudez. Susan Blankenship, cum laude. DeMarco James Brinson. Cynthia Ann Brundle. Grady Burrell. Brendan Cromer. Ezra Floyd Cummings, magna cum laude. James Jared Fowler, magna cum laude. Carly Grace Hall, summa cum laude. Amber Shea Holden. Isis Janelle Hull. Alice Lee Johnson, cum laude. O'Neill Lewis, cum laude. Sean McKeever. Carrie McWaters. Jackson Hobbs Musselwhite. Fu Nguyen. Sarah Madeline Osmond. Mary Nell Rush. Morgan Janae Scott, magna cum laude. Katie Bell Stalvey, magna cum laude. Lucas John Trabian. Zach Spence Van Landingham. Lance Scott Vinson, magna cum laude. Richard Edward Ware III, cum laude. Cecilia K. Williams. Kennedy Nicole Ward. Christoph Josh Young. Emma Haven Arnick, cum laude. Caitlin Marie Brown, cum laude. Lisbeth Esmeralda Cervantes. Eric Kipkuri Chemene. Langley Jordan Coleman. Daniel Dowdell. Ronaldo Eugene, cum laude. India Ewing Evans, Elena Mallory Faust, Emily Ruth Fry, cum laude. Mikkel La Jessica Green, Yakira Lachey Hamilton, Miranda Brooke Herod, Shimdi Odochi Itago, Abby Morgan's Kite, Alexander Lara, Kirsten Lee Mears, Zenuvia Tanisha Merritt, Mary Allison Moore, magna cum laude. Lane Ronald Odom, cum laude. Alexis Elizabeth Nicole Osborne, Haley Michelle Sells, Sean D. Tully, Mazaria Zane Wester, Ryan Mackenzie Young, Leanne Eileen Jones,
I told you earlier that Jaha didn't come to her graduation in 2015. So, if you guys will, is it okay? All right.
I'm pleased to announce the last graduate for today, Jaha Dukure.
Thank you all. Before we leave, I want you to know and I want you to remember that your diploma is more than a piece of paper. It is a symbol of what you are and what you have done. It is proof that you have what it takes to be successful and that no matter what life puts in your way, you will overcome and you will succeed. Will all of the undergraduates please rise? All right, the last thing we have to do today, from now on, when you wear your cap out to the restaurant or the bar, wherever you want to wear it, I don't care, you wear the tassel on the left because you're a graduate. So would you please move your tassels from the right to the left? Can I get all the graduates to stand up? All of the graduates stand up. Everybody that's graduating today. Again, on behalf of the faculty, the staff, the administration, the students, the alumni of Georgia Southwestern State University, we say congratulations. Will everyone please stand and join Hannah Pendergrass, a bachelor, a graduate from like 5 minutes ago, is going to sing us and lead us in the Alma Mater. And if you will please remain standing until the academic recession has ended.